Hello, it's Cheryl. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special guest, Anna.
Nice to meet you. My name is Anna. I am 28 years old. Are you 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
the same age.
We're the same age. I live in Korea, South Korea, but I used to live in the UK for a long time, so I'm a bit like a weird, like all over the world type of
Yeah, me
type
too.
of person.
We're pretty similar, just like back and forth.
Yeah.
So
I'm in Europe for 2 weeks, and then so we've been hanging out.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Very fun. Today we're gonna talk about the dating life in New York versus in Korea. Yeah, so I have some questions. I guess let's start with your...
Let's tell them we're both single.
Oh yes,
Yeah, we're both single.
We're both single.
Like dating.
Yeah, we're
Trying to
both
date.
really... Yeah, just like the dating life is very fun. But, I mean, yes and no. I still feel empty sometimes, even though, like, I try to keep myself busy. But I would still feel like coming home alone is like...
Are you like a relationship
empty.
type of girl?
Yes, I am. Are you not?
Did you go from relationship to relationship? Like, what's the longest break you've had?
Not long. Like a year.
Okay.
A year. Ever since like 2015, that's when my first serious relationship started. So like ever since then, I became like a relationship person. Before that, I wasn't serious or super committed. What about you?
I'm very independent person. I mean, because I've had to be. I've been like flying like back and forth between Korea and the UK by myself since I was like, what, 10 years old? So I'm used to just like going places by myself, doing it by myself. And obviously I've had relationships, like my longest relationship was like 4 years. I've been in relationships, but other than that, like I'm pretty like I'm fine with being myself.
Yeah.
Being by myself. But also I like boys, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's just fun like getting to meet different people, just seeing what you like. Also, I think it is important that you should try to date around a bit before you find
Right.
Because then you get to know, I definitely do like this kind of trait in a person. I definitely don't like this.
Yeah.
So you can refine your preferences.
That's
and
what I'm trying to do right now. I mean, you say you've been flying around by yourself. I have been doing that too, like since I was 15.
Yeah.
But I just still crave that stable life in a relationship.
I mean, I have faith that I will find someone.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. I have expectations, first of all. We talked about this. She has crazy high expectations. Like, she was like a special unicorn guy. Over 6 foot. Like, he has to be all these things. And that's why, like, you find it hard to date. Either we have to lower our standards.
But I feel like your standard is pretty high when it comes to someone that you want to settle down with, right?
I mean...
So, okay, that comes to our first question,
Okay,
like
I'll
ideal
ask that
type. Yeah, what is your ideal type? I'm talking about like someone that you want to marry to.
Okay, so I mean, the ideal type is just my ideal. But like the guys that I actually end up dating may not be like all of these things, but I'm just like putting it out there. Like ideally, like physical traits first of all. For me, height doesn't matter so much. As long as he's taller than me, it's fine.
What about like just a little?
I told you. I've dated guys who are like literally only like that much taller than me.
I have to. I've tried it, but like, would it be okay?
I mean, if the guy is fine with it, like I'm fine with it.
So you can marry this person?
Yeah,
like,
if he's perfect in every other way, then
I see.
I would not let that deter me. Yeah. If he's shorter than me, that might be a problem. But I'm quite short. I'm 5'4", so I find it very unlikely that a guy will be like shorter.
Oh, you would be surprised.
But imagine if you were born as like a really tall girl. They really do have these kind of problems a lot. So actually, it's like in some ways, I'm kind of grateful for like my short to average height.
That is true. Yeah.
Because most guys are taller than you. So
we're about the same height.
yeah. So as long as he's taller than me, I don't require like 6 foot. I'm not so picky. But like because I work out so much, right? I'm a gym person. Ideally, I want him to work out too. At least like not hate working out.
Right.
I want him to be fit. Active.
Yeah.
And I like muscles.
I like muscles too.
I like muscles. So like ideally, I want him to work out. And in terms of like preferences wise physically, like just I don't have a type. If he's just like good looking, easy on the eyes.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what race or like whatever. If he's easy on the eyes, then yeah, I'm interested. And in terms of personality, I don't know, because I'm so like outgoing and I'm like always like willing to talk to new people. I can't say I've dated a guy who was like really on the shy side.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be like, but I
don't think you can.
Yeah, I think I generally want him to be like good with people too, good people skills, so we can do stuff together, go to parties and events together, and not be like super awkward.
Yeah.
But otherwise, just be kind, have nice manners. This is so hard. But yeah, also yeah, he cannot be a lazy bum. That's a big thing for me.
Like he just doesn't want to do anything. And
He needs to be passionate about something, and
Right,
good
right,
at
right.
something.
Okay.
I want him to be super like passionate about something that's not just like partying, having fun.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So he has to be better at me in some way that I can like respect him. Yeah.
That is so important.
Yeah.
That's why like I broke up with my high school / college boyfriend. It's because like he was 4 years older than me. In the beginning I feel like, oh my god, like he's doing so well in school, and but later when I was growing I feel like he wasn't growing, and I feel like I just like surpassed him, and I need something to chase after.
What about you? Do you have type of guy that you like?
Just like good looking and tall, ideally 6 feet above, but now I'm open to 5'11". 5'11", 5'10", but I've tried like 5'9" and 5'8". I feel like their bone structure is like
No, it depends on the guy.
Really?
If they work out, if they're beefy, then they...
But if you're not very tall and you work out and beefy, you kind of look shorter.
Yeah, but just being very picky, like I'm saying.
Oh my
Being
god.
very picky.
Okay, just like good looking and tall. Obviously like caring and loving. And to me, like physical touch is very important.
Yeah.
So like the way they kiss and hug is very important too. Like some people don't know how to kiss. Like even just like on the cheeks. You know, like the way that you kiss on the cheek, it'd be just like, or like sensual. But I like it sensual. You know what I
Like
mean?
on the first meeting. Sensual cheek kiss. What's a sensual cheek kiss? Like, do you like lick their cheek or something?
No, like you can be like,
Yeah.
it's just like bopo, right?
Uh-huh.
But a sensual kiss would be like, hold on, I'm just so awkward. Like more like this, not like
Guys, future guys that you're dating, take note. Do you tell them what you like?
I don't tell them because I want to see how they are. I don't want to
Yeah.
feel like I want to change them, you know?
Yeah.
So like, it's like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like
That's
this?
because I have this problem because now when I date people and then they're like, what do you do? I prefer not to tell them, but then they're always like, what's your Instagram though?
Yeah.
And if they ask for my
Yeah.
Instagram, then they know everything about me.
Yeah.
So.
Just be like, oh, I don't have an Instagram. Oh, like later,
Yeah, but
later.
then sometimes
Get to
they're
know
like,
me
you must be a
first.
fake profile.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like good in bed. You forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's important.
So good in bed, respectful, nice. Honesty is very important.
Right, but this is like basic. This is what everyone looks for, these kind of traits. We're not saying anything.
So that's why I feel like it's not exactly unicorn. I don't know why my friend says unicorn. Maybe because like the height or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for basic stuff. Like I want someone that's very straightforward, honest, and genuine and caring. That's it.
This is what everyone wants.
Yeah, right? It's not exactly a unicorn, I feel like.
No.
What's your love language?
Oh, I've done that test, but ages ago. But yeah, I think probably physical touch and probably acts of, what's it?
Acts of service, yes.
Like doing nice things for each other, right?
Yeah, like for example, if you're busy
Doing the
and I will
dishes.
do dishes. or
Yeah,
do
yeah,
things like-
doing considerate things. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one.
That's exactly the same as mine.
I
My
think
top two.
my least important one is probably like,
Gifting?
yeah, gifting I don't really care about.
Yeah,
Gifting I don't care
I
about.
think, yeah, because my top two is the same as yours, acts of service and physical touch. And I think after that is like quality time.
time,
Okay,
yeah.
we're very similar.
Yeah.
Next question, Asian and versus Asian Americans. Like people ask so much. I feel like our backgrounds are very similar. We spend like some time in Asia, some time in the UK and then the US. And I feel like right now I can only date Asian Americans.
What kind of Asian guy have you dated?
I have not dated, but just based on like being friends with them, I already feel like it's very different.
In New York or
In New York,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then like when I was little, but that doesn't count because at that time I didn't have that mindset. But in New York, and I have not. I just like being friends with them. I kind of figured out like I just can't do it. It's like our thinkings are so different.
But how Asian are they if they live in New York? That's what surprises. Because obviously from Korea, if I see Korean guys,
Ah,
that's like super like they're not living in a Western country, so it makes sense that they're like Korean. You know?
like I would say they probably lived here for maybe a couple of years. They came here to study and they just started working. But their mindset
They're not
and
westernized?
everything, it's I guess it would be better than like if just Taiwanese people in Taiwan, but it's still like very different. It's not just like the cultural difference, but also their English is not very good. And for me, English isn't my first language. So I want someone who, like, English is their native language to keep me in check, basically.
Well, your English is like basically native speaker.
I'm like stuck in between, I feel
No,
like.
come on. You can
I
speak
want
English.
someone to keep me in check. So for example, sometimes I don't know how to pronounce certain words. I'll be like, hey, like, teach me. I want to pronounce it 100%, you know? Or sometimes I want to post something on social media. I'll be like, can you proofread this for me? Like,
Really?
Yes.
I would never have guessed that. I've dated in London and dated since I've been back in Korea for like almost 3 years now. I've dated Korean guys and also Korean American guys, but who live in Seoul, like who've come back to Seoul. Like similar situation to me, basically. And the biggest difference is, like, one of the biggest things is like how often you contact each other.
Oh yeah.
By texting or calling. And this is something I'm really not used to, because my ex-boyfriend, my 4-year relationship, he was very chill. Like, we only like contact each other if we have something to say, if we need to let each other know something, but otherwise we're not like in Korean, guys think that if you're like moving to a new location, for example, if you're at work, you tell them I'm at work, and then you're going like, I'm going to a cafe, you have to tell them.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like you're sharing your location like at all times.
Okay, I have something to add to this, but I want to hear your story first.
So I was like, I'm really not used to this. Like, why do you need to know absolutely everything? It's not like I'm doing something shady, but it's just like that's like
It's
just like a
tiring.
given. It's a given. And so yeah, the Korean guys that I have dated, that one time was like yeah, he would text me like every 5 minutes and be like, I'm like, this is information that I don't need. I don't really care.
Like, I'm walking my dog.
I hope he doesn't see this, but I doubt he will. But so yeah, that's one really big difference. I think like Korean culture, they find it cute, I think, in relationships if you're both like really kind of show that you're jealous, because they think it's like it's caring. You care about each other. And if you're too cool, like for example, like a lot of people, they get rid of their friends of the opposite sex once they get into a relationship.
Oh, okay.
So if I get into a relationship and then my boyfriend's like, hey, can you not hang out with your guy friends?
All of them?
Yeah.
What about like if you knew that guy from your childhood?
Like, it really depends on like the type of guy. But then if your boyfriend's like, no, but I seriously don't like it, then what are you gonna do? You have to choose between your friends and your boyfriend. And I know some like girls who are just like, I'm sorry, but like my friendship is actually like way more, like I've been friends with this person for maybe 10 years. I'm not gonna just give that up for you.
Yeah, 10 years.
So it's I think it's ridiculous if you try to make your partner like, you cannot hang out with this person. Or have you done that before?
When I was little. I mean, not little, but like that's why I wanted to add on.
I don't think you can stop
first.
your people from, like, I think no.
No,
Like,
actually,
either you trust them or you don't. Like, if they're gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat. Like, just because you stop them from hanging out with a certain girl, like, you think that's gonna do anything? If he wants to cheat, he will cheat.
Right.
So
Actually, I have not done that before, but it just happened. So like my exes didn't really have female friends, but I've done it one time when I was in middle school. But like in middle school, I didn't care. It's just like that girl I had some issue with, and I was like, I don't like her. Like, why are you
middle school's
on her
way
side?
too long ago. You're
Okay.
a different person then. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the reason why I want to add on to that, because my 5-year relationship, we used to update each other everywhere we go, and that's our toxic part. And also, like, we had to update each other.
Do you like share passwords, like? For,
Yes.
Do you?
With him only.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
No. Like, you read each other's like texts or emails, or
Yeah,
kind of stuff?
I could see everything, and he could see everything of whatever's in my phone too. So yeah.
Is that normal? Like,
I don't know. Is that normal? Like, I feel like with my future husband, I would still want his password, to be honest. Like, my last relationship, we didn't know each other's password.
I mean, yeah, with husband, I can imagine doing that because you're sharing your life.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've never done it with a boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah?
Just respected each other's privacy. Also, I remembered like one other trait I want in my future guy. Like, he has to be very secure.
Very secure.
Because I have a lot of guy friends and like I meet a lot of people. If he's very insecure and just like worrying, complaining all the time, then I don't think I could.
Yeah.
He needs to be, so that's why he needs to be like a respectable, confident person in himself.
Okay.
Yeah, and he cannot just be jealous and worrying all the time. Yeah.
I would say I'm a jealous type, though. Like,
I can see that. I can see that.
I'm very territorial. I don't want to say jealous, but I'm very territorial. Like, don't touch my men. I'm glad you're not, though.
Yeah, you have to just, even if a girl is hitting on your boyfriend, like, just be like, yeah, he's my man. Okay. But if he's only devoted to you, and like, what are you gonna do? Like, You just have to trust him.
I have become more open in the past 2 years. Ever since my 5-year relationship ended, I went to see a therapist.
Yes. Like less emotional, less reactionary to stuff.
Yes.
Stoicism, which is what I follow.
Yes.
Don't get triggered by anything. Just like, it is what it is.
Trying. Define casual dating.
I mean, so in the West, this means just like you're going on dates with a person or several people, and then when you make it official, as in when you like say, okay, we are exclusive, we are only seeing each other, and we're calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend, that's when it becomes a serious relationship, right?
Yes, I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
If I'm not in a relationship, then I'm casually dating.
One thing I did notice in Korea, like even if you're in the dating phase with a guy, you're in a situationship. In Korea, we say some. You're in a something, yeah. Like the shortened version is we call it you're in a some, like you're in a situationship. But if the guy that you're in that situationship with finds out that you're having like going on dates with other guys, then he will immediately be put off and he'll just cut you out. He'll be like, you're not a respectable girl if you're like flirting with other guys. So casually dating multiple people, that's not a thing in Korea.
Really?
One person at a time.
So both guys and girls are just like one person at a time.
Yeah, I mean, and the girls also would be also if they're finding out if the guy is going on dates with other girls.
Okay, they're not okay.
They'll be not okay with that. Yeah, no.
That makes me really curious about Taiwanese culture because I haven't been back in a long time, so I really don't know how dating is like in Taiwan.
Maybe it's more liberal because I mean it's slightly more liberal than Korea. I feel like.
I think so.
With the gay rights and everything, it's much more progressive than Korea.
It's more similar to the U.S., which I'm curious, like if they're okay to date multiple people. I'll ask around. What are some of the red flags? I guess like make you split the bill on the first date, or like make you pay.
I mean that's not like a red flag for me. That's not.
I don't
like,
know. That's what I heard the most.
I wouldn't call him off just for this. There are worse ones. Yeah.
Really? Like,
so
I used to always offer until like 2 days ago. My friend was like, don't offer if it's on the first day. What do you think? Because I felt really uncomfortable not offering.
Like the same. Also, I noticed this in London. I just always offered to split.
Yeah. From
the get go because I feel like that's how everyone does it in the UK. But in Korea, the guys are much more. They have like that patriarchy mentality. They're like, I'm gonna pay on the first day. But then I'll always, if they pay for dinner, then I'll be like, I'll get like drinks or coffee. So it's like kind of obviously they're paying slightly more, but it's like evened out. But that for me, if they ask me to split, maybe like you might feel some type of way, but just because of that, it's not like a reason for me not to see you again. If he was nice in all the other ways. If
he's nice in all the other ways, but I would just make a note. Like I just make a note because I feel like he invited me to this, you know, like. That's, I don't know. I've been asking around people, and then they were
people
saying...
have wildly different opinions on this, yeah.
But very similar, actually. They were all saying, like, on the first day, if the guy picked a place, and he should pay for it. He invited you, and he picked a place, because he doesn't know your budget and stuff like that. So.
Red flag for me, I'm really clingy and insecure. Then, like, no, you need to be your own strong, independent person.
Okay.
And, I guess, like, if he's, like, lying all the time. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
But this is, like, basic. This is what everyone wants. I'm trying to think if I have any like special ones that nobody really says.
Yeah, I can't stand people who just like lie about things. Do you consider cheating as lying?
Yes.
Yes,
obviously.
I think I asked the wrong question. Do you consider lying as cheating?
Yeah, cheating is lying, lying is cheating.
Okay, yes.
I think also you should when you meet his friends, like see what kind of people that he hangs around with.
Yeah, that's
because your group of your environment, your group of people that you're with a lot. It says a lot about that person too.
Because you are who you surround yourself with.
Exactly. So if you don't really like who he's hanging around with, then maybe that is a red flag.
Yeah, but how many days like in you?
Yeah, that's when you
get
that's like into like serious relationship territory.
Yeah, that's true.
But first date red flags? Do you mean? Or like just casual dating?
First date, like
maybe don't do cocaine on the first date. I'm talking about a friend.
You didn't hear me.
I'm talking about a friend. But like, seriously, why do people do that? Oh, I mean, online dating. Yeah, don't catfish.
Oh, yes.
Don't catfish.
I'm lucky enough. I haven't met anyone like that. But I've met scammers.
Recent pictures of yourself, not ones from like 5 years ago.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, my gosh. Does education level matter? Or career?
I mean, for me, education level doesn't matter. I feel like in Korea, it really, really does.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you want a good job, you have to go to a good university. But these days, you can be an entrepreneur and just be mega successful without you can be a college dropout, high school dropout.
Right.
Doesn't matter. As long as you're passionate and like good with
Yes,
something.
I agree. I feel like
You don't need to go to Harvard or something, Ivy League.
right,
Do
yeah,
you?
I'm the same way. If that person is successful, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But if he's like high school drop off and then he's not doing anything in his life, that's probably, I mean, that's definitely not okay. So it just all depends. But like, I think education is not super, super important if that person is already successful. Yeah. What about career wise? Do you have like a certain careers that you don't want to date? Because I do.
Like what?
I don't want to date like law enforcement, firefighters. So like I used to work closely with law enforcement, so I know what I do, and I just like I don't want to worry. I don't want to worry every day. Like, are you gonna come home?
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Or a gynecologist.
Oh, you said this, but
Yes.
like, for me, no, I haven't had like a single instance where I'd be like, oh, I'm turned off by your job. So,
turn off. It's not a turn off. It's more like a concern.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get that concept. And if it was like army officer or something, yeah, then that might be slightly concerning.
Yeah. So
Mm.
for like a long-term relationship, would you be able like?
I mean, I guess for maybe someone who works in like nightlife industry,
So like a bartender.
because your working hours are like way different.
Yeah, I can't
And
do a bartender
I'm a morning.
either.
I'm a
Yeah.
morning person. So
Yeah.
if he has just different sleeping and waking hours,
Right,
then
right.
I think it'll be hard.
Yeah. You want to have a similar lifestyle, or else it's hard to make it work. Do you sleep on the first date?
I think it's really each to their own, and it depends on how you're feeling with the guy. We live in like 2022. It's really not.
2022, yes.
If you want to, go for it. If the guy wants to, then go for it. If you don't want to, that's fine.
Yeah, if you have a good connection, I would say go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Life is busy, so you don't want to waste your time with this person if you guys are not compatible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you
coming.
for hanging out with me while I've been at New York.
Yeah, it was really fun. And today's Thanksgiving.
Happy
so
Thanksgiving.
And then we're gonna go have a Friendsgiving later. Yeah. It's nice for you to join us. That'll be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.